Okay, just thought I'd share my battery box build. I'm not going to go too much detail on how I made it. Lots of tutorials online on YouTube. Just look up battery boxes. I made this one for a trip to Nipissing. We're going to be 3 days without power, so I wanted to have enough power to run my fish finder, charge my phone. So this has two 12 amp hour sealed lead acid batteries in it. So it's not the lightest, but it's not ridiculously heavy. I'll show you a couple of the features. I have a master switch here. Turn that on. That powers the SAE plug. I'll show you more on that later. I then have the first switch, which powers my voltmeter, which is also a dual USB with a waterproof cover. The next thing I have is lighting on that side. Gives me a single in the back, right there. And then if I'm in my hut at night and I don't want to get night blind or light blindness, I have red LEDs for in the hut. And then if I'm using it as a flashlight while I'm walking, I have LEDs so I can walk with it. Those are all individually switched. In the future, I will be putting two banana clips on it and a cigarette lighter plug on it. I just haven't had those come in yet. You can probably see the ram ball mount. That allows me to use my kayak mount for my fish finder on it. Raise this up a little bit so you can see it. And then that plugs right into the SAE plug. And there we go. It's got that. One of the other advantages of the SAE plug is it gives me the ability to charge it with my low amp charger that I have already. Turn it off, put it in. .9, 14 volts, so that's charging right now. And that's, I'll show you the charger that I have, but there's tons of these kinds of chargers. This just happens to be a cheap Canadian Tire charger. So that makes life pretty simple there. Charge the batteries, I don't have to do much. Give you a quick look inside. This is for Colin, the electrical technician, who can tell me what I screwed up. There's probably lots of different things. There's my wiring. I'm not an electrician. I'm not even particularly good with electricity, but I don't think I fried anything. Two 12 amp hour batteries plugged in parallel, so it's still 12 volts, but I get 24 amp hours. It's fused for each of the features. I have one fuse spot left, which will be for the other two pieces that I'm putting in. I may actually switch that to a 6 spot instead of a 4. Those are pretty handy too, because this style here, if you don't have something in it, previously it told me when I was unplugged. It's not telling me now. Oh, probably because it's not turned on. So it tells you when your fuse is out by lighting up. And put your fuse in there. It works. Anyway, that's what we've got so far. It's pretty portable. It's a little bit heavy. I will probably make a lighter version with a single 12 amp or maybe a 9 amp battery. Most expensive part on this is obviously the batteries. I paid almost $60 US for those two batteries, so they're pretty pricey. Everything else is actually fairly cheap. I got a crap load of these switches for 13 bucks. The lights were 13 for 10 of each, the white and the black, or the white and the red. I don't remember. The USB was like 15 bucks. The SAE was 10, and that actually gave me two, so I've got another SAE. Overall, not that pricey. I think the box was the most single other than the batteries. The box was 22 bucks. Those are all Canadian prices except for the batteries. I bought those in the States. And my mount for my fish finder, I bought in the States because it was cheaper. It was $33 US, free shipping, whereas in Canada it was $52 and you had to pay to ship it. So for me it works out cheaper. I have a K'Nex box, so no big deal there. And that's it. We're good to go.